Hey all, this is Moses. Welcoming you back to part 20 of the true low level challenge. We're about to do a Ultima weapon. Yeah, Ultima weapon is what we need to be doing here, and do we rebound it up is the question. Probably do. Up on 2 targets, and it doesn't matter who survives because you're not going to get any XP from the boss anyway. But I do think that physical defense is important here, so Imperial Guard, Fort Bracelet, and Wizard Bracelet should maybe keep us safer. We should also use Restore. I'm not going to do that. I have the Restore on here, the best on Restore, and all. We already have a barrier, right? Yeah, we already have a barrier. But we want time and all here, I think. I'm going to set down the speed again here. Can I also get it exact here? Alright, so that. Elemental Restore. Elemental Restore. Again, steel, right? He has the most HP, so he gets counter. Barrett is more lucky to survive, so last. Plus here, even though it doesn't do anything, we're not going to battle with Sense, because Sense doesn't matter, because you get no... because the thing that I put in there doesn't matter really anyway. Kinda does matter a little bit. So Micro Laser is long range, Crystal Cross is long range, so he benefits from long range here. Death Blow, Throw, Sense, Morph, Manipulate Rhinos. Yeah, that's a bit of a shabby setup, but you know, because damage it does not matter. Also, from my understanding, if I remember correct, damage that you do in this fight actually does matter, supposedly. Yeah, now keep in mind, right, that once we do the quote-unquote true lowest level challenge, like the glitchless version. Right, again, like that other run, the lowest level possible challenge, we're gonna have to like not allow certain things, but yeah, we're gonna need to steal here, of course. Yeah, is there any gear pieces we can buy now? Because you might say, oh, but just sell the Crystal Bangles. Yeah, sure, that would be nice and everything, but do we just immediately go and get it now? Yeah, I think we do. So we could get Crystal Sword here. Some megaphone would be nice. Yeah, let's get the crystal sword. The thing is, of course, if we have 8 slots, we want to keep them right. But because all of these characters had their quote-unquote 8-slot weapon. Although we need to rebuy some of the quote-unquote 8-slot weapons and stuff that, because yeah, we got the crystal sword now, crystal glow, we haven't got them, because of that, and yeah. You can of course buy the sword later on if you want to as well, and stuff that, you know, but yeah. Right. And now we can go in here and get this. Because I believe if you choose the other one, you don't get to keep the elixir and stuff like that, so yeah. So that's nice, now we have an elixir. So both of them have elemental, like the hidden element that you can get via having elemental restore equipped. Yeah. What is this? Watching pushing up. Damn dirty spare. Damn dirty spare. Damn dirty spare. Damn dirty spare. Okay, here I go. Watch this. Here I go. Watch this. Damn, it's fat ass weapon. Fat ass weapon. I'm a fat ass weapon. 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 Oh shit, that's a lot of damage. Maybe I should already have healed. I should already have healed. I should already have healed. I already should have healed. Please get the curse ring. Please get the fucking curse ring. Blur, everyone is dead. No. Yeah, we didn't get it. That's a restart. But then there is no fucking way to like easily restart and shit. Like there is no like, oh, this can't restart. This is hit all of these buttons and stuff like that, and then it's like, why isn't there a reset? Why isn't there like L1R1 and then hit that, L1R1 hit that, L1R1 hit that, you know, and stuff like that. Why is there no reset in this version and stuff like that, you know? Because see, the reset is actually very important and stuff like that, you know. But because you should use the face buttons and that to allocate, and because it's like, you know, because the thing is, if I would go in here and shut down the game, basically, if I would close the game from there, that would actually stop the recording and stuff like that, and that would just feel like that would just fucking become stupid if you do that, so yeah. But you saw how much Ultimate Beam did on Sid, and I'm pretty certain I equipped the Wizard bracelet on Sid, so that right into the live stream. to speed up this because there's so much freaking text here. Because this needs to, if this is going to be like super lengthy in say part 3 for example, even though I probably just watch videos on part 3 rather than play it myself and stuff that, you know. Because I don't think that they're going to allow you to even enter all the cities after a certain point, basically, and stuff like that. You're probably going to visit certain cities once, and then you're never even going to be allowed to go back into them again and stuff that, you know. Which then basically they break everything, you know, that they're supposed to do. And then it is, oh, but we only have so much limited space or whatever, you know. Right, and he's level 25, so he's actually pretty low level. Yeah, here we go. Here you can have Crystal Bangle. I have the Crystal Sword. Actually, let me check the magic first with the Enhanced Sword. The magic is 62. Oh, so Crystal Sword is just straight up better, magic-wise. But I mean, it's the whole thing that, oh, do you use 6 slots or do you use 8 slots? It's like that, but yeah. Because he has Kaisenaki, which is her 8 slot, and stuff that's, yeah. And the thing is, of course, that having the speed set to slower is kind of what barrier and haste, and that's what makes stuff like that work. But then, of course, when you're affected by haste, that actually has a negative effect on like how long barrier lasts, because it actually lasts. So, and it seemed like it was the haste that actually affected how quick the death sentence ran out. And I know that if you have like the regular fast speed, and yes, death sentence go a lot quicker and stuff that. But I just feel like haste speeding that up just seems like very bullshit sometimes, you know. He never came. Except he did come, of course, and he's the guy on the right, because that's why he had that pose in that when Sephiroth was trying to trick him, that the god on the right had a very specific pose that Claude also had. Stuff that's, yeah. Yes, I know that I haven't written down the yeah, because it's of course because it is promised that, you know, that Claude wasn't like created in a lab or whatever, right? Because he has these memories, and you might say that, oh, but Unova allows him to create memories and stuff that, you know. But then it's used that, like Sephiroth says that, oh, you were made by Hojo and stuff that, and that is technically true because he changed Claude and stuff that, because yes, Claude became a Sephiroth clone by saying that, oh, you are a clone of someone just because, you know, they injected him with Unova cells and stuff that. But then he was quote unquote never sold there, so he was like less resistant. That's why he basically became Marco Poison before. And that's why he survived now and stuff like that, you know, because Claude is actually tough. Claude has the toughness of someone like in solely first class and stuff like that. But he never got into soldier. Like, it's either, of course, because they couldn't have too many at the same time or something like that, and it wasn't that, oh, Claude is not skillful enough or whatever, right? Or Claude wasn't good enough with material and stuff that was right, because it's weird in Crisis Core, of course, the fact that Zack is third class, he's not even second class, and then he used to jump up to first class and stuff that, and then that feels like very, very, you know, odd and stuff that, you know. So was Claude just unlucky, right? Or what is the explanation? Like, was it that, oh, Claude is not smart enough or whatever, right? Like, oh, like you have to be good enough with material or whatever, right? Because, yeah, sure, early on, right, you know, like, yeah, you know. But the question is, right, the fact that you can steal hard edge from solely third class, for example, does that mean that solely third classes are actually using hard edges and stuff? That is the question. But then I also thought that it was weird that why couldn't they have made it so that then that the soldier second class is the one in Union, for example, that you will often encounter during like the Union escape, but you can also encounter them afterwards because the airport become like a hostile location where you can still get encounters and stuff that, because those soldier, of course, second class, like imagine if they had something that you could steal for Claude and stuff that, you know, some sort of weapon again. You know. And then of course you could have had something from the soldier first class in Mideel as well and stuff that, you know, that you could have stolen and stuff that, you know. I realized also that in the Schizo fight, for example, if we would have kept the firing back from Costa del Sol and not have sold the firing, then we could have our armlet and a firing on the character we wanted to survive, because then the only thing that would damage is the earth attack when it stomps, because that counts as being an earth attack. And then also the lightning attack. Those are the only thing that would actually quote-unquote hurt that character, because otherwise the character would constantly be getting healed from either fire or ice, and then when one head is left, we'll still be able to get healed. You won't of course be able to get the ice ring, because the ice ring won't be until Mideel and stuff that, the ice ring. However, one thing that will change in the true lowest level challenge is then no encounters are not allowed. Then you will get encounters and stuff that again. And there are going to be some very important items that we need to see, but it's also going to be very important with how we spend the money and stuff that we don't quote-unquote overspend. But then the question is, like, do we just get a bunch of grenades and call it a day and stuff that, you know? Do we just get a bunch of molotovs when we get to Costa del Sol, right? Or do we just go for like attack items and stuff that, you know? Because normally what people do on Demon Wall is people do the whole Tifa thing with all the cast death sentence and Tifa and stuff that, you know. But then of course, if you will quote-unquote not be able to get death sentence, because on the true lowest level challenge you need to avoid basically all battles. But basically what we can do then is quote-unquote kill off the characters used before the boss, stuff like that. So for example, like in the first reactor, of course there is a first encounter that you have to take, because if you would die in that encounter, you used to get the game over. Yeah. And then Claude got blamed for that, basically, that, oh, it's Claude's fault, like, why did you take Tifa to such a place, right? But it was not Tifa's own fault and stuff that, you know. Everything got blamed on Claude. And she was in a coma for 7 days. And then they actually blamed him and stuff that, even she did and stuff that, And he started getting into fights, so he actually got pretty tough because of that. And then he learned about Sephiroth, like, oh, if I can become as famous as Sephiroth, then, she will notice me and stuff like that, Because during the true lowest level challenge, then basically the only characters that quote-unquote will matter, the only characters that will matter, because if you're not gonna solo with a certain character, then why would you get their quote-unquote latest weapon? But then of course also, for example, we will be able to get Hard Edge in Midgar, we will be able to get Striking Staff in Midgar, outside of Midgar we will be able to get Atomic Scissors, inside the mines we will be able to get Tifa's weapon and stuff like that, and then basically we have all of those weapons. And we will be able to get Magic Comb in Fort Condor if we have enough cash for it. And I'm going to try and do Fort Condor normally without doing the trick, because I think if you do it without doing the trick, then it becomes a whole lot easier, because then you only create a new one when you need to and stuff like that, so yeah. Because the majority in that battle is just going to be beasts, so you just create the attacker that is strong against the beasts. And he saw everything. Because it was still always Claude that stopped Sephiroth, it was never Zack that stopped Sephiroth. Although in Crisis Core things are so much better, like explained and stuff that, Because he was the guy outside. And that's why he was able to sneak on Sephiroth and actually hurt Sephiroth and stuff that. Because Sephiroth, he would expect Zack, but he wouldn't expect like a fucking Shinra MP to just run up to him and actually pierce him on the sword. But of course, since Claude is low level there, he didn't do that much damage, but he still actually managed to actually wound Sephiroth and stuff that, And then sadly he took his helmet off here, revealing his identity to Sephiroth, if you never would have taken the helmet off there, And he was the one getting sick in the vehicle in the very beginning, and he was always there. Because the other guard that were with them were, of course, died during the fall and stuff that, but they couldn't find him, and that. But then he wore the mask because he didn't want to show that, oh hey, I failed, I never got into Soldier and stuff that, See how cool the whole Buster Sword model looks like that. Yes, sure, there are clipping issues, but why couldn't they have a Claude running around with a Buster Sword like that, and stuff that, Because the Buster Sword technically doesn't belong to Zack at all either. Stuff that, so yeah. And he's a god gun, right, yeah. Zack is like, huh? Because he doesn't know who Tifa is and stuff that, but yeah. Yeah, and that's why he's facing that way, because he's actually talking to Claude and stuff that, because he knows who Claude is, right? Because Claude was in the Shinra building and stuff that, And Claude got to come with them on the mission and stuff that, I think Claude was saved by his mother, of course, supposedly. Although it could have been that the Tifa's mentor saved her, or saved Claude rather. And then of course Sephiroth survived, but then because Sephiroth was wounded, like Claude thought he was gonna sneak up on him again and stuff that, But then, like, why did he drop the Buster Sword? Claude, why doesn't he have the Buster Sword? What is he thinking running at Sephiroth is gonna do, you know? And he goes with Innova here, and that's the head of Innova that he is actually carrying around, specifically. Claude kills Sephiroth. And what was the plan? I'm gonna run at Sephiroth and get stabbed. And of course, Sephiroth just expects him to be dead here, basically. And then yeah, Claude survives getting fucking stabbed by level 50 Sephiroth. Level 1 Claude, right? He's level 1, right? Yeah, getting stabbed by. But the way I think is right is that you would have to do very specific battles that reward very little XP, because if they're gonna, for example, if they ever did like an ultimate version of Final Fantasy VII still done in this style of graphics, then for example, if we need to explain how Claude went from level 1 to the level he starts at, you know, and stuff that in Final Fantasy VII and there and stuff that, because of course, as I said, the bombing mission was not the first mission Claude did, of course, obviously, you know, because then Tifa wouldn't have phrased it like, oh, did you fight with Barret this time? Like, okay, like what other times, you know, did he not fight with Barret, you know, stuff that, you know, like did he actually fight alongside Biggs at some point? Did he fight alongside like Wedge? Did he fight alongside Jesse and stuff that, you know? Maybe he had to do missions with the other guys at first, you know, and stuff that like, oh hey Claude, we are really hungry, we need some bread. we need some pizza, some beer. Can you go and steal it from the Shinra warehouse? Claude, we need to cook Claude, we need to cook Mako. Sibling. No way, you should have killed him. You stupid jerk. Right, but that is because he is gonna be lowest now. I'm pretty certain, right? Right, it's either him or Yuffie that's gonna be lowest now. It's either gonna be him or Yuffie that's gonna be lowest. I really hope Claude is the lowest, because then we get to use the Crystal Sword. Because the main problem is after you do the underwater reactor, I mean, it is still gonna get used because there are some Shinra guards afterwards we need to do. Although I would like to steal. The main problem is, of course, that once, if you kill Arm, for example, then the only attack that he can do is Lapis Laser, and then he was used Lapis Laser over and over again and stuff that, you know. So yeah. What are we gonna do now? Isn't this supposed to be music? I don't know. I think that the scene is actually supposed to be silent, and then the music kicks in when they're saying, yeah, there ain't no getting off this train, bro. But this is, of course, the meeting room, kinda. So now, yeah, we do some more of these. Remove these. And the range. And he needs 3076. So she's 25, she's the only one that's 25, then it's on up to the level 26s. 582, 898, so it's gonna have to be that and that. However, she's using Force Bracelet, he's using Mirror Guard, so let's do this. Blah blah blah, we're on the huge material hunt. We've got no money now. So we can do that. I'm gonna use, because the Claude is furthest away from getting a level, so it will be Claude here. Foot bracelet, and then we'll put on the circlet as well. So we do that, and then we have some slappers. I'm automatic. We have 150 magic attack with that set up. Which is nice, of course. We haven't done the setup yet. Which we technically don't need to be doing yet. We can technically do it later. However, we need to go in on him because he has the javelin still, which is good enough to just go here and then that. Oh man. Yeah, he is 26, but he has the furthest, so it'll be the thing. So Claude is the lowest, then she's the second lowest. So that's the last step. How much longer, dude? Yeah, so we're still below level 30, even though we have done a bunch of extra battles, because that's what's supposed to be the whole thing with this, that oh yeah, you cannot take random encounters at all, but you need to take most of the forced encounters. The only forced encounters we skip was the ones inside of that other place. Imperial Gold only sells for 1, that's at 6,000 though. You just get rid of the Reactor at this point. We can get rid of the Crystal Bangle though. Each cannon does not worth anything. One bangle is worth 500. We do have some Phoenix Downs though at least. We only have one Mega Helix though, that is a bit scary now to be honest. But that is only if we try to beat it in a certain way. The question is it this? Does this go all the way to the cave? No, it does not. It's here. Isn't it used at your old square? I'm gonna go back. I thought there was a reverse button. But we can do that actually. Oh, come on. But where is it exactly? Is it here? It's here actually now. Why do you keep fucking turning around for? Damn it. I know we did it before that one time and stuff that, but I forgot like what's the fucking input. Was it just using square? Was it like angling it with something? Like was there an angling button or was it just like, you know? I thought it's just like, oh, you just go to that and then you slide it off to the side, whatever. But sometimes I think that, oh, it's just this. That, oh, you try to land there and then you just push towards it. And maybe you need to be further away. You know, maybe you need to be further away. I think there's just a specific setup here. I think it is here exactly. I forgot, I know that there's a pixel that you check on, that you don't even need to have to do the square business, you just need to be very specific spot, and then at a very specific angle, and then you just will get it every single time that you just use these. And it's a very specific point where you land, and then you can always end up on the other side. I thought, did I watch a video when we did this? Because maybe that almost looks like it. I do think it might be like here. No, because it would have been very nice. No, it's this one, goddammit. It's not even the correct place. This is the correct place. Goddammit, fucking hell, man. You see there, it definitely wants to do it, I think. Yeah, you shift use to the right there. You do it here, and then you try to land, and then you use the shift slightly more to the right. And it's very, very specific because you don't want to go too far. You just want to get more sensitive. Why does it like allow it from this angle though? Why does it like? Is it too strong? I wish I remember where it was. Let's not bother with it. That was gonna be really fucking fun, man. Right, and we're not using double growth on anyone, so we won't have all. And restore. We will go all time. It's not all. Barrier. We want to make sure we have steel on everyone. Steel. Steel. And steel. I would have really, really loved to have gone with cursing though on someone. But then we would need to invest in a bunch of Phoenix Downs. It's not the greatest. Do we change already now with what we have equipped here? Maybe not. Let's take all and we restore. We all and restore again. Claudio, when we're doing the killings, you need contain with MP Turbo, MP Absorb and Combat. Destruct with added effect in case we get more Phoenix Downs. Let's get poison, let's get earth. Lightning, ice, fire, just to have them there. And we want to go death blow. All go sense. I would like to have gone long range and Claude, but she can go long range and not counter attack. You can go to check below. There are too many good stuff that we want to have here. We should give her the, not give her the wizard bracelet yet. So she will want to have magic plus, luck plus. And New Bahamut, Phoenix, Alexander, and Bahamut. And then we want to have sense. I want to have enemy skill. Let's just add with pad material so I can do that, so I can have HP options with that. And then we sense. But also she has a very, very low HP pool right now. We might have to go and get some other things. Let's go inside here first. Yes, can we actually rest here now still? Yes, do you get that free rest there? That's actually very good. So yeah, so here's the thing, right? Want to tranquilize everyone up. Now we want to make sure we steal, of course. So everyone should have steal. Yes, everyone has steal. So we want to make sure that we steal from most of the soldiers. Because yeah, stealing from the soldiers are going to be important. Now the thing is, the way Lapis work, if I remember correctly, like normally, right? I've heard about the thing that you get less XP if you leave the homes alive. And sure, that is probably true, but the main problem would of course be that okay, then you would need him to pick up the other characters. You would have to want to start with all the other characters available rather than just only having one character and stuff that So. Yeah, so Claude gonna need to steal all the XP from carry armor, which is not gonna be super hard. But here's the thing, right? That if, for example, during the lowest level possible challenge, for example, we can, for example, go and use steal. We can go and use steal a bunch of water rings, and then sell to get like 5,000 kill every single time, for example. Or that things can be easier. Now the thing is, of course, on we just get some of our 8-slot weapons again, maybe we do, That's the underwater reactor come back. Steal. Stole 18 scan. Okay, that was a pretty easy steal. Got level 32. I have 1500 HP. Didn't steal anything. Stole 18 scan. Hell yeah. Do we use Comet? So we get 38 MP back, that's actually pretty decent. But it's actually dependent on actually how strong the spell is that you cast. There, but yeah, but that's actually a very good, like if it costs 70 getting that back. So now they're technically high level now, they're 27 and 26 there. So technically I would actually have to go back and change the characters that I have. I feel like, But there is going to be an upcoming save here, so maybe we will change characters, we will see. Again, if we can get a bunch of 18 cannons here, then that could be really good. Okay, not getting still immediately. Now they're deciding to be douchebags about it. I don't know sometimes why, you know, why they make it, you know. There we go. Let's start from the other guy. Wow, that was super quick after, okay. What? Oh, that. Comment. How many items can is that? Okay, 5. There's also of course the Shinra Beta, so we can see that the Shinra Alphas as well. And of course, if you fail the submarine section again, as I said, you can get a red sub instead. Now, for example, 26 is our lowest, which we cannot match. However, Tifa needs 2,819. He needs 8. And he needs 4,000. He needs 4,349. As you can see. Technically, we have to use him over Tifa. And let's do this then. Medic thing is to Fury. Because again, as I've said, he is further away. Otherwise, yeah, 4,349. I don't know if that would be the setup order that we go for here. The quick 2 would be great, but nice. Can have the poison there, I think. We have Protector in there as well, which we could maybe theoretically use as well. We don't have any tents, right? Correct. What else? Sketch forgotten. And this is the elevator that can actually change what disc you're on or whatever. I forgot exactly how the fuck it worked with the elevator, what it was that you did. Like it was, oh, you go down, but then you go straight back up, and then or whatever, right? So we have over 10,000. But yeah. You need to be stealing, of course, from enemies, of course, and yeah. Because there are going to be some more forced encounters we can get. We can theoretically also go all the way back and use quote-unquote heal up before we fight carry armor. Now carry armor, you normally want to have a shit ton of relics to use for carry armor and stuff that, you know. But I feel like if we have the entire party and stuff that, right, like maybe you say that, oh, for example, used on, like you don't use her, for example, and then use, you know, one other character, you know, whatever, but yeah. So again, doing the whole thing that, oh, just rely on HP pluses just feels like very, very cheap. That's actually an arm of carry armor. So that's what it is for, like the people that say that, oh yeah, this is a boss fight where you actually fight the thing, by the way. Because that's where the red submarine is. Now sadly the enemies here aren't seen anywhere else, and yes, this is one of those occasions that you also cannot enter again once you have done the stuff here. You can actually get a better battle here with more of them and stuff that if you... Is this the submarine crew or is this... Breach cannon and then combat. That should still be enough MP for... yeah. That's still enough for one more combat, and that's on all level up. That allows us to cast combat one more time. And these are different, I believe. These are going to be the light brown guys, I think. Oh, is this the super submarine crew though? Okay, that was a pretty easy steal this time. Kill first here. This isn't going to be too bad because Claude almost has a limit break here. Frost flash. But the best thing could be, of course, if Claude gets his level 2 limit break here. Much Mideel in the back of Claude. Okay. So you're still... yeah, because he has long range. That's the whole... right, but I think the other character will match her level as well. You are after the huge material. Now this fight is harder, technically, I think. We can sense here first though. This is the second guy as well, so we can have the HP reveal here.